Do you support the U.S. going full communist to wipe out your student loan debt?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yes.
Why?
So I don't want to have to pay them. I don't know. I feel like communism is a little extreme for student loans. Maybe like a mid like socialism type of thing might work better.
You think socialism is better than capitalism?
I think that the market is probably the most efficient form of distributing resources, but I don't really think the capitalism that we have going right now is necessarily benefiting everyone.
So what should we go towards that would benefit everyone?
Social democracy is probably the best idea, kind of like the Nordic system. That would probably come at like the sacrifice of like some growth, but I think that we have the means to provide everyone with a quality of like a general quality of life right now.
Why are people like against capitalism?
I think the ways in which people are able to obtain and succeed in a capitalist society is not the most moral. You have to like take from people on the bottom.
Why are some people against communism?
Part of it could be misinformation. I think part of it too is we've never seen a communist system that has worked.
I think communism gets a bad rap. I think that there are a lot of concerns with it, but I think there's a lot of concerns with capitalism too. So I don't think it's a bad thing.
As long as it's not like the way that it went with like Soviets.
So you'd want other rich people to pay for your student loans, but you wouldn't pay for other people's student loans?
I think that you shouldn't hoard wealth. Ideally, just college shouldn't cost as much.
And why are some people against communism?
Western ideology is just like big on this individualism. It's got to be me. It's got to be like I have to be the one earning this stuff, and if it's like from the government, then it's a handout or something like that.
Communism to me is nobody owns anything of their own. It's all like government property
Why are some people against that?
because they want their own belongings.
Which one would you want?
Probably my own like money and stuff.
Communism, I feel like everyone's really equal. There's like not a huge, I don't know, man.
Is capitalism better than communism?
I think there are elements of both that I personally like. I think I tend to like a free market economy. I like that capitalism does provide room for growth and mobility, but I also think that one of the tenets of communism, or at least socialism, is a really well-supported social safety net. I think that's very important, and I think that providing support to people is a government's job, and I think there are times with a lot of capitalist systems we don't really see the government doing that.
Capitalism is probably the better option just because like there's always going to be like personal influence that's going to make it so like capitalism is going to work better because it's always individualized. But if it's like in theory, then communism would probably be the better one.
The ideal economy is one where people, it shouldn't be run by the government. I guess I think there is still that free market aspect. People are able to have these ideas, turn them into companies, to successful ventures. I think the bigger thing for me is the government does need to be providing for things like, universal health care. We should have a free education system. I just think, like I said, there needs to be a much, much more solid social safety net, so people are able to support themselves doing the things they want to do,